guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have the Best Kind of Forever by Celeste by Briars. So this is the first book in the Riverside Reaper book. So I was very looking forward to this book when I was in Malhu, the whole hockey romance stuff. We'll get more into why. So the back. Eris Rilara has always drawn the short end of the stick in her life. A self-absorbed ex, who is an absolute arse, by the way, did not like him. I'm glad we don't even have him show up. Neglectful parents, rude, and the past that continues to haunt her. When she's down on her luck one night, a mysterious knight in shining armour, or more realistically, a knight in hockey shoulder pads, saves her from a few too many tequila shots. Hayes Holland's checkered past refused to stay very far behind him, and his mistakes are even more catastrophic when they're broadcasted to the whole world. Being a disgraced NHL player isn't good for his love of life or his reputation. Determined to get into the public's good graces, Hayes constructs a devious plan to rebrand his image as a doting boyfriend. So Arias has grown to accept that she's not desperate for what love has to offer. Why can't I speak today? But when Hayes rewrites her fate, she's thrown into an internal battle that has her stretched between giving love a shot and keeping her distance from the Riverside Reaper's biggest playboy. Hayes might seem like the perfect guide to help Eris learn how to love again, but little does she know that she's harbouring a big secret enough to ruin her completely. Will love prevail between two polar opposites, or will fatal lie break the two apart? So, Hayes, playboy. Beginning, he sleeps with their biggest, what's it called? Their biggest money rider, or whatever it's called. And he didn't realise until his coach caught him, and lucky his coach caught him. And obviously, the girl never revealed anything. I was wondering, as I was going for this book, when are they going to, announce this, that what happened, this things and this stuff's going to happen, but nothing happened in more exactly to the end. We'll get there. So, Eris, she's in a bar, getting drunk because it's basically the day of her brother's death, where she does not feel the need of doing anything. Her ex-boyfriend basically left her when she needed him the most, but he was a manipulative, soul-sodding asshole, in any other words, who I can't believe. So she was to think that she was not right for him. She did everything for this guy, right? And he made her everything go down on him. Oh, you need to do this. You need to lose weight. You need to go on this food. This is the food you should be eating. Don't you look at another guy. This is where you gotta do. Where have you gone? What are you doing? I'm like, nah. No. That's just no. So that, and obviously her brother passing away, and her parents being as neglectful as possible because they didn't want her to basically have the same thing as her when she went away. So Hayes comes along in this bar and tries to save her from basically downing her drinks away from life. But he's basically she was like, no, I'm not interested, you can go and bug off because I'm not interested in some guy like you. And he's going, wait, she doesn't know who I am. This could be great. So he took her home. He walked her home basically, but she threw up on him and in the bush. Now that's a guy who would, he stayed with her, okay, and she feels so embarrassed. He took her home. She said, look, I feel sorry for being sick on you. I don't want you going anywhere while you have sick on you. Come use my shower. He uses the shower, and she's like, this is so embarrassing. Next you know, she wakes up to find something smelling so good, and he's basically cooked up this whole breakfast. But her mind's like, oh my god, I can't eat any of this. I've gone down to this many calories, and if I eat even one chocolate chip pancake and one piece of bacon and one piece of this, that's most of her calories gone. So she didn't want to feel bad, so she tried to pick at it. but she's not knowing, and obviously he's not knowing that the anxiety that she has from it. But it does get better throughout the time. Then obviously he leaves because obviously he goes back to his training, and obviously when he first told her why he works, he said he's a personal trainer, but she just soon finds out that he is a hockey player because she goes to a game with her friend Lila. Anyway, his team Phil saying, why don't you just pretend to do a fake relationship? Because he told his whole team what happened. And they were like, oh yeah. And he was like, I'll go for it. He knows the right girl, so Eris. But throughout the time, he eventually, literally the first date they ever went on, he fell in love with her, okay? She was drooling just to look at his burger, okay? And she got a stupid plain ass salad. And he swapped his dinner for her to have her salad, and she will have his burger. And I tell you now, she devoured it because it was juicy, and it was like, when you really fancy a burger and it's that perfect, mwah. So yeah, she had that, and she felt embarrassed after eating it. She was like, it's like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. If you really want a burger, you eat it. Like, yeah, he did find out some things from her friend about some other bits, what she likes. She loves nectarines, but they are not in season. So he orders them from Africa and gets them delivered the very next day. So he paid a lot to get these favourite things she liked to her. So they had a picnic. There is spice in this. So the spice, I would say, is about maybe 3. There is quite a few spicy scenes that gets into scripture and everything. There's a scene where they're at the end after his birthday. They had a scene where it was chocolate on them from his they're supposed to have on their cake, but But we do find out at the end, Hayes was the one who actually who made Eris's brother pass away, like killed himself. And he was like, no, that can't be, but it was the week. Then he told her it was the week that his mother passed, and he had to go to work. And then he felt really bad because obviously he lied to her because she finds out that it was supposed to be a fake relationship and all this and everything like that. She finds out what happened to her brother, all this, and we find out obviously like it's Hayes, and I did not expect that at all. Like, what? I was trying to figure out why her dad did ring her, say you better not be dating Hayes. But now we know the truth, and she goes up to him and asks him what happened, and he said it was the day of his mother's death, and they made him come to the work to actually go to play hockey, and he was not in the mood to sign things, and he didn't realise that the person he shouted at was her brother. But everything does work out. She forgives him, they cry, the whole thing of this situation, and obviously 2 years later he does propose to her, very weird way, random way. Okay, but it's very cute. I am looking forward to reading book 2. I believe it's Kit and Lila? No, not Lila. Lila's, I can't remember the name. It's Kit and someone else. I'm looking forward to that book. So that was this book. I hope you guys enjoy, and next up I'll be reading the next 4 volumes of Cheeky Brat. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.